project done in Boston in the future, then what's the procedure?
We will meet either in Boston or here in Florida, and we go over a scope of services worksheet to see exactly what you need, time frame, budget, all the important aspects of the project, and then we can decide what work is done here in my studio or what has to be done up in Boston. And then I have networks all over the country. The American Society of Interior Designers, Business Networking International. I can put together teams of people to do work in any city and state.
That's wonderful.
So we break up the pie into pieces, and then we do our design and development where it's necessary.
That's great. So any questions about acupuncture and?
Yes, I have some experience with acupuncture, and it helped me with stress reduction. But as a woman gets older, what are the benefits of acupuncture for somebody in their 60s like myself?
I think when we get older, all the hormones going down, and estrogen, progesterone, especially the relaxing hormone, serotonin, GABA. So that relaxing hormone make people feel like super sensitive, so we cannot tolerate too much stress.
Right.
And a little bit of stress stimulate the brain. It will last a long time because all the neurons will connect together, and you stimulate one small area, the whole brain started thinking. So that's why meditation is very good to practice every day, and then periodically, because the ovaries does not produce hormone anymore. It's only a little bit of testosterone. Estrogen, progesterone are all very low. So if we do acupuncture the adrenal gland, it produces a little bit of progesterone and estrogen. That helps us to balance the nerves and immune function.
And then as I get older, now that I'm in my early 60s, does the process change as I get into my mid to late 60s?
I think I watch so many women, usually right after, a few years after menopause, and your hormone is not as very low. But then once you pass 65, you really have to watch your diet and exercise more. Because I watched my mother, after 65 years old, she has one kidney removed because of kidney cancer, and that's really make his bone become very, very. She has a very, very low score for osteoporosis.
Right.
So what we can do is we try to eat tofu. We tried phytoestrogen, raspberry leaf tea to make the body produce have more good estrogen, not bad estrogen.
And that will help the bones.
Yes. And the other most important thing is the exercise.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
No, and I find that adding just even a little bit of weight-bearing exercises, because my mother has osteoporosis, so I'm trying to be proactive about keeping my bones healthy. But I find that, with menopause being 99% over, I see minor changes happening to my body, but I also want to be proactive as I do get older, because that helps in your longevity.
Yeah, that's good. So keeping the muscle strong and eating more phytoestrogen, herbal tea, and helping, I asked a doctor about Fosamax if they increase the bone density.
Right. And
it does increase the bone density, but there are two processes. One is you produce new bone.
Right.
And the other one is the old bone. But they said Fosamax only increase the density of the old bone. So you take Fosamax, your x-ray shows you have good bone density, but it's fragile.
Right.
You fell and you still can break the bone. So the most important two things with my experiences with 91 years old, number one, you eat a lot of fruit, vegetables, and then your bone is more elastic.
Interesting.
And then even its density is low, but it's more elastic. So you fell, you don't break the bone.
It's a different kind of density.
Yes. Number two, if you have strong muscle, you can hold the joint.
Right. Well, and that's my theory, is it has to be a full body strength.
Yes.
So mind, body, diet, exercise, I try to keep all of those things in balance, and I find that, you know, your strength does wane as you get older, so you have to work a little harder to stay as strong as you were.
That's right.
Yeah, I have an aunt who's 99 years old, and she's an inspiration to me. She practiced, or she was a patient of an acupuncture doctor. She did yoga till she was in her early 90s, walked every day, was incredibly flexible. So even just small things. You know, sometimes I'll just walk for 20 minutes after dinner.
Exactly.
And, you know, it helps in the overall goal to good health.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lee.